Hey guys, what's up? ArrayMate here, doing another gameplay commentary. I'm actually gonna start off my World of Tanks series. Here I'm basically going to review German medium tanks. That's mostly the line I'm going through. I've noticed also that just from snooping around the World of Tanks 360 forum, there have been more beta testers added, so there's going to be more fresh blood floating around. And I've also noticed some people are using the VK30, and this is the tank I'm going to review. Just so you guys know, this is not going to be in any particular order, but I am going to go ahead and just go through these tanks the best I can, as quick as possibly, so I can help people out. And it's also to give tips and tricks and such for people that are starting out and they're just trying to figure out what could work. Today, obviously, as I mentioned, we're going to talk about the VK30.01. Some people call it the VK3001H. I call it the VK30H. This tank, I'm going to go ahead and talk about the configurations. Stock configuration is not all that good, obviously. It is the L43. I think that's the lesser version that's used on the Panzer IV. The Panzer IV uses the L48, if my memory serves me right, but it is the L48 is what the Panzer IV uses. Now you'll notice with this tank, it is dirt slow when you first get it. Stock, this tank is not fun to use. It is not very quick. It just can't get out of its own way. And you just have to grind your teeth and just tolerate it till you can get to the final two configurations. And obviously you can see which one I have. Mine is the one with the Maybach 174 engine and the L70. Fun little note here, the L70 is the stock gun used on the Panther. So you know you got a good gun. The other option, I have seen some people use it. To each their own. I don't recommend it, but some people use this particular option with the Maybach 210. Let me see if this beta is going to be glitchy and let me show you what this final configuration is. No, it will not. Well, the final configuration, it won't show it properly because it's a beta. Makes sense. But the final configuration is the pretty much something similar. You get, it's actually a more powerful engine. You get a more powerful engine, so you're basically making a trade-off for the L56 88mm gun. Now, the L56 88mm gun is the stock gun used on the Tiger. Pretty much, you're choosing what you want to go with between those two. I've seen some people run that option, but I recommend this one personally. I find it to be the most effective between those two configurations, and this is primarily why. This tank does not have very great hull armor. You will see you get destroyed regularly in this one. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to switch over and give you guys some gameplay, and just to demonstrate what I mean and how you should play this tank. Alright, here's some gameplay, guys. You'll note with this tank, as I was talking about earlier, it is dirt slow, bone stock. It isn't a very quick tank. But once you upgrade it, this tank will move pretty quick. It will not run stride for stride with light tanks, but it is quick enough that you can keep up with them. Now, as I was talking about earlier, this tank does not have great hull armor, and I chose the configuration 4 with this tank. In particular, I might have the configuration number wrong, but it is the configuration with the L70. That is the stock gun used on the Panther. I chose that primarily because this tank, you really want to stick to the role that German mediums are meant to play. German mediums, for those who don't know, you are supposed to play a sharpshooting kind of role. I wouldn't dare say sniping, but you want to be a sharpshooter, and you maybe want to flank a little bit on the side, and you want to inflict damage from a distance. You don't want to necessarily get up there and rock and roll with people. And that's mostly because German medium tanks tend not to have guns that reload quick enough, or they may not have quite the penetration in some instances. This tank has more than enough penetration. Now, you want to be careful in this tank because it has no hull armor. You really want to stick to that role that German mediums are meant to do. If you dare venture out of it, and you will see later in this video, I get smacked pretty badly at the end. Now, I do end up with 3 kills, and that was more to demonstrate that you can do damage. Here, I put a beating on this VK30, or I'm sorry, it's a VK36, but I went with the L70 on this gun because it's accurate, you can make the shots you need to, and I feel like the rate of fire and the high piercing values it has is more than enough to make up for the lack of raw damage that an 88mm gun can do on this tank. Even though the 88 option does give you a more powerful engine, the way I look at, considering you're supposed to be sitting back acting like a squad designated marksman, you really don't have to get there any quicker than you need to. This gives you more than enough speed here. I almost hit 60 kilometers an hour just coming down the hill. That's good enough in most cases, and I sustained it even when I hit flat ground, so you're more than quick enough, I feel, with the second to last option with this tank. It's more than adequate for the job. The L70 is perfect. And I'm thinking more in line with situations where you might have some distance between you and a T-29, or even, dare I say, another heavy tank like a Tiger, and you might have to hit the machine gun port on those tanks just to hurt them, because if you hit the hull armor with an L56, that frontal hull armor is going to take it. They're going to shrug it off and probably look at you like, what the hell were you thinking, and then shoot the living crap out of you. With this gun, you're capable of hitting that machine gun port with some reasonable degree of accuracy. I take that back. It ain't even reasonable. It is consistent accuracy. But this is the best possible option with this tank, and this is how you want to use it. You want to primarily sit back. You kind of want to move up and do what German mediums do best, act like designated marksmen, and you move up a little bit at a time, and you just sort of pick enemy team members off one by one, and that's how you play it. Don't get into a fight. You'll see here very soon I get whacked pretty hard, and I don't recover at all. I'm going to go ahead and end this gameplay, guys, or this review. Please leave comments in the comments section, suggestions, because I want to make this series better. I want to help people that are starting to play the beta. I just want to be helpful. I just want to make this. Well, I would like to see this game succeed, but right now we're still in beta. But like I said, please leave suggestions in the comment box. I would love to improve this series. I'd like to continue beyond just this review. So I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.